For more than 200 years, the American flag has been the symbol of our nation's strength and unity. It's been a source of pride and inspiration for millions, a cornerstone of freedom and a security blanket of mourning for those that fought to protect it, and is a reminder of the sacrifice of our nation's true heroes. The ultimate American icon, the 50 stars and 13 stripes represent the best of this great nation. For each individual within the red, white, and blue lies a different meaning and symbol. For some, the flag represents all that is good. For some, it broads in places, posing as a permanent posture, defining all that is lost. Yet and still for others, it represents the embodiment of a battlefield brother bound by continental conflict. You will never be forgotten. For U.S. Marine Corps retired Lieutenant Robert H. Dawson, that epitome eluded him until Veterans Day 2007. A decorated World War II veteran, Lieutenant Dawson is a hero on this day and every day that precedes it. When asked what the flag meant to him, the answer was simple and stout.
It's something to be honored and cherished, and when somebody starts degrading it, I think they're idiots, imbeciles. They ought to be thrown out of the country.
It is the love of country that has illuminated and keeps lit the holy fire of patriotism. LT personifies the taxing cost of being a patriot. He has seen the effects the flag has on its compatriots firsthand.
Pick up a body and I put the American flag on the coffin, and I would transport that body to wherever the funeral was to be, to the undertaker, and then would conduct the funeral, and I'd take my travel flag off and put it back in my pack, and I had a brand new American flag to put on that coffin. And the things that happened to the mothers when I would give them that flag after the service, fold it up and give them the symbol of what our country appreciated, and this was in remembrance of their son. And oh my, the tears would flow, and I joined in with them. And it was, but they would tell me, this one lady that I knew of, and she had found out her son had been killed. She locked the doors, didn't go out anything. And then when this program came up, and they took him home, brought him back, and she walked into the service, and the flag was over his coffin, and she said, "My son is home." And they took it to the funeral and buried him out there, and she took that flag off that coffin and put it in a very prominent place in her house. And when she get lonely or something, she talks to that flag. That was representing her son. And I buried a lot of people under that flag all over Kansas there. And that's what that flag means to me.
Robert H. Dawson was born March 30th, 1924 in Cameron, Missouri, where he later attended high school. It was during these years of adolescence that defined LT as a true American hero. While in school, he heard about the bombing on Pearl Harbor, grabbed his rifle, and went straight to the recruiter's office. He hadn't even graduated yet, but was still ready and willing to lay his life on the line for his fellow countrymen. LT enlisted in the Marine Corps in 1942 at the age of 18 and immediately went to flight school. After becoming a B-25 bomber pilot, he also flew A-14s during his second tour of duty. In 1949, a horrific plane crash nearly claimed his life. LT did not come away unscathed. Plunged into darkness, LT sheds light on those trying days of September 1949.
I didn't want to be blind. There was a nurse there at the hospital teaching occupational therapy. She was the last nurse to leave Surrey, Island in the Philippines. And she was tough as nails. I told her, I said, "You're old bad." I said, "Too bad they didn't get you." And she just laughed and said, "Shut up and come on." And she came down and got me out of bed. I can't make drugs, I'm blind. You can make roads and you're not blind. You just don't see it. Get up. And she walked me down to the occupational therapy facility. And she said, you're going to make roads. I don't know how to make roads and I don't want to make roads and I'm not going to make them. And she informed me that I was going to make roads and just to knock it off. And she took me down there 3 times. Boy, I'd get on that loom and I'd pound that loom. I tried to break it. And so there's no way to break it. But I made roads. And she said, from now on, you're going down here by yourself. Get your cane. And I got my cane and I'd get up and I'd go down and run the hall and I'd steal along, run into fire extinguishers on the wall and drinking fountains and aggravated no end, you know. I don't think I want to go through with all this. So this doctor put that slit lamp on this eye over here that was partially, I thought, may develop some sight. And he said, can you see that light? I said, yes, I can see it. He said, which way is it running? I said, it's running up and down. He made a couple of adjustments. He said, can you see that light? I said, yes. Which way is it running across? Turned the light off and he said, Mr. Dawson, he said, you will be totally blind the rest of your life. You will never see.
How did that hit you?
Oh, boy. I sat there and I tried. And I thought, this just can't be happening to me. And my wife was there and she was bawling. And he just turned around and walked out. He couldn't handle it either. The doctor did. He just left the 2 of us there. I just couldn't really think of anything. Never did get to see my kids. Never got to see my wife and nobody. You know, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to live the rest of my life following a cane down the street. And I had lots of struggles, and one of the guys up there was stuffing pills. I can't remember what they were now, but he was
trying to overdose?
Well, he was stuffing pills, and he brought me down a box full of Nimbutol pills. You know, I had a handful, and I said, that was it. I could take half a dozen, and I would be out of it. But I just stuck them in my drawer there, and I thought, well, if I decide I really can't do it, I've got a way out.